We are here at YCS Dortmund 2022 on Sunday. What just happened was the very first Time Wizard Tango Plant event, which was officially held here. And here we have Jakob, who went undefeated 4-0 at that event. Jakob, which deck did you play to achieve this?
I played Karakuri, mainly because I just enjoyed the strategy and wanted to see if I can like combo off and OTK some people in attack position. This one has to special in defense, which is like unfortunate because you can't push for more damage, and also it's mandatory. So if you declare an attack on a monster, your opponent can maxi and they will draw. You can't do anything about it. Then one of the recruiter, when he's destroyed by battle, he special summons one Karakuri in attack position. And two of the search targets basically for the big synchro monsters. This guy, when it's normal or special, has to target a monster on the field, change his battle position. This guy can't be destroyed while it's in attack position, and if you take damage from a battle involving this card, all your Karakuris get pushed by 800 until the end of the turn. Then 2 Genix Neutron. When he's normal summoned, you can activate the effect, and in the end phase you get to search Machine Tuner. So like you can search this, or this. Then 2 Cyber Dragon to combo off as a non-tuner and also to out some kind of machine monsters, or Ryo. Because Ryo is otherwise a hell of a card for this deck. You have no good way to out this. 2 Veiler to Maxi for the hand traps. Third copy of each is in the side deck, as we will see. Then for the spells we have Monster Reborn, Avarice, Mind Control, Book of Moon, Dark Hole, Heavy, 2 MST, 2 Forbidden Lands to dodge spells and traps, and then 2 instant fusions again to combo off because level 5 non-tuners are amazing.
Yes, they are indeed.
And then this here.
Maybe for someone who never heard of Karakuris before, what is the playstyle of the deck? What does it try to achieve?
So there's basically 2 ways you can play the deck, or rather there's 2 play styles that you do. You can either try to combo off with Ninishi into non-tuner. The basic combo there is like you go Ninishi into level 4, go for the level 7 synchro, we will go to that later, which will special summon the next Kuik from the deck. Then you can run beat over something with Kuik, summon the Ninishi back, go for a second level 7 synchro, and basically combo off like that. The other way to play it is just play very slow, just normal these, normal this, search your stuff. You basically want to grind through your opponent's back row until they either don't have anything anymore or you have the heavy storm, and then you try to push for as much damage as possible in one turn with your synchros because they're amazing. For the traps we have kind of a small lineup. We have Chapters Shoot because it's OP. No idea why this is at 1 in this format. Mirror Force, Torrential, 2 Bottomless, and the Solemns that just happen to be legal in this format.
Like Warning was at 2 and Judgment was at 1, right?
Yeah, 2 Warning, 1 Judgment, that's all you could play.
Do you have much experience with Karakuri, or was it the first time playing it for you?
So I playtested a little bit on the Tango Plant Discord server, and I also took part in a tournament that was hosted, I think, last weekend or the weekend before.
It was hosted last weekend.
Yeah. And I got destroyed. And yeah, this time it obviously worked out a little bit better.
Yeah, today you were the destroyer. This is Yu-Gi-Oh! Sometimes you destroy, sometimes you get destroyed.
Or maybe Darkwood was the problem. That was the only difference between the 2 tournaments because it had YCS Columbus, so
I
had Darkwood
played
weekend.
kind of. I changed around a few cards in the side deck to for the Darkwood matchup in the tournament, but for this event Darkwood wasn't legal, as someone found out round 3. And so I didn't have to play like any DD cross or anything like that in the side. So for the extra deck for rank 4 Utopia, because it's big and it helps to protect one of your tuners that happen to stay on the board for a turn or two until you can synchro again.
And to be honest, there are not a lot of good rank 4s in this format.
That too. Roach technically existed, but Utopia is better. Then for instant fusion target, Cybersaurus, again, level 5 non-tuners are amazing. In case you happen to play against a machine deck, you could do this. I played against one machine deck and didn't use this. I just synchro off the Cyber Dragon, that's not just better. But in theory, this exists. Then for the Karakuris, Tuburai, Tuburaido. So they both summon any Karakuri from deck on summon. This guy also can change the monster's battle position once per turn. Not quick effect, unfortunately. And this guy, when the battle position of a Karakuri changes and this guy stays on the field, you draw a card.
Basically, these two
Once
are
per turn.
the heart and soul of the deck. You always want to go into them and then spam the field with your other Karakuris, right?
Exactly. So you always want to start off with these, and then you either go into these, and then the last guy that you summon from deck goes into one of your quote-unquote utility synchros. For 6 you have Brio, only that 1/6 because 6 is annoying to make in this deck. For 5 Katastor, which is like technically there, but usually you make Nut Beast because they are all Earth, so might as well go Nut Beast and win with that. Landois, again, because they are all Earth, so what Landois says is not once per turn you can pitch a spell card to negate and destroy an effect monster. And then for utility again, Scrap Dragon, Stardust, Trishula, Black Rose. I had one game today where I could actually, against just a set monster, I could go Burai, Buraido, Scrap Dragon, set something, pop the set, and the set Raikou, attack game.
Okay.
So I could OTK once today.
Generally, how many times do you think this deck can OTK, like in percentage? Difficult.
Not really, the non-tuners are the problem, right? So every Karakuri synchro gets you most of the time to the next tuner, and then the non-tuners are the issues. You have to like have them. So in that case I had like Cyber Dragon plus instant fusion, that covered it, but aside from that it's hard. Especially the 5 non-tuners are hard to come by because you only run one level 4 tuner. So you can, so that's an issue. But the problem is that the level 4 tuner sucks, so you don't want to run multiple. For the side, 3rd copy of Maxi, Valar and MST. Then 3 Royal Decree in case I play against the heavy trap deck. 2 Deep Prison versus like Christia, Ryo, cards that are annoying to deal with. 2 Debunk, then need these 2 Ryo for going first versus like, I don't know, Tango Plant versus Gadget, sometimes versus like
Agents.
pretty much versus everything. Ryo is just amazing going first.
Such a good card.
And then triple whatever this is called in
Reaching the
English.
light.
Yeah, Leech of the Light, again to beat over mostly Christia, because otherwise Christia can't out it. You can technically beat over Ryo, but that didn't come up. And I sided it against Lightshorn to beat over their stuff as well. It just helps to beat over stuff. And sometimes OTK, usually just out the big monster and proceed from there. So just honest, quote unquote. That's usually what it was.
Yeah, really, really good performance. Anything you want to shout out? Anything where maybe a viewer can find you?
So shout out to the Tank Plant Discord for the amazing playtesting and for help with the deck list. Especially shout out to Tyler from TCG Rewind. He was an amazing help. And yeah, you can find me on my own YouTube channel. We do modern content in German. So either meta matches or like Deck Doctor, where we look through your deck and try to help you build a little bit better for the meta. Yeah, that's where you find me.
Link to the channel will be in the video description. Definitely
Thanks.
check it out. This guy does know what he is talking about. And congrats again for the great achievement and thank you for the profile.
Thanks.